Okay, let me give you guys an example. Let's say I've got a function f of x, a function f of x. Now, the minute I say I've got a function f of x, what should be going inside your mind is that I've got a graph that doesn't go back on itself. Okay, so I've got a function f of x equals now. Well, when someone say I've got a function f of x, that means they're going to take the x and do something to it. So they would specify this, and then they would need to define, or they would need to tell you what the function is. So for example, I'm going to make this up. I've got a function f of x equals x squared plus 2. That means I'm going to take the x and then do something to the x. So what a function is, it's like you can imagine it as a box. So in this case here, I've got a function f of x. That means I'm going to put a number x into this thing, and then this thing, whatever it is going to spit out. It's going to spit out something. So in this case, the machine here in this case is x squared plus 2. It's going to get whatever number you put into it. Let's say 4. It's going to get 4 and then square it, which will be 16. 16 plus 2, so it's going to spit out 18. Okay, so when you come to plot this 4 and then up here, let's say 18 will be here. Okay, and then as you plot it, it will give you a quadratic, something like this. My point here is that well, let me give you another example. I've got a function f of x, let's say y. Okay, f of x y. So here, the minute I say this, I've got a function blah blah blah. I've got a function f of x y. That means I've got a graph. In a way, it's like I've got a graph that doesn't go back on itself. Okay, so now I need to specify something in here. But the thing is, don't forget our machine is going to, in this case, is going to take x. It's going to take one number plus another number. So in here, it's going to have something that involves x and y. So for example, let's say 3x squared plus 2y, and then it's going to spit out some things. So the minute someone specify, oh, I've got a function here, that what you should be thinking inside your mind is that you've got a line that doesn't go back on itself. Okay, and then they will need to specify something here. Okay, so let's give you an example here. A function f of x is defined as, let's say, x squared plus 2. Now when you so that means you've got a machine here, x squared plus 2. So when we put 0, so this is x here, this is y here. When we put 0 into here, well, don't forget, it takes a value of x here, and then it will spit out something. Okay, so here let's put 0 into this x. So 0 goes into the x here. So it will be 0 plus 2. So it will spit out the number 2. So when you come to plot it, this will be 2. And then let's have a look at 1. So when you put 1 into here, 1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. So it's going to spit this out. It's going to spit out a 3. If you put, let's say 2 in here, so x here is 2, 0, 1, 2. If you put 2 into here, it would be 4 plus 6, plus 2 would be 6. So it's going to spit out a 6. So somewhere out here. Okay, and then if you put you can put a negative in here as well. Negative 1 into here, it will negative 1 times negative 1 will be positive 1, plus that it will be 3. So well, when you come to when you come to plot this function, it will look like this, a quadratic. Okay, and now so basically you can choose any value of x along here, and then it takes you to whatever. Suppose you choose let's say 4 here, it would take you up to here. Suppose you choose minus 2 here, it would take you to here. So you can think of this as this. Hang on. You can think of this as as something like this. Hang on, you've got your along the x-axis here. You've got what's called your domain. Okay, domain. And then it sort of it takes what's inside your domain, and then it maps it to another thing. So you can think of this as your range. Okay, so in this case, the number two, it will get mapped to the number 6, and the number 0, let's say 0 in here, it will get mapped to the number 2. So your domain, when you get given a function like this, your domain is what values you can put it into the machine. That makes sense. So I know this bit's a bit vague, but just watch the video through, and I will give you 7 more videos afterwards, and then hopefully it will make sense. But basically, roughly speaking, your domain is well, in this case, it's everything along here. So your domain is something that the machine is able to accept. Okay, so your domain in this case will be everything on the number line. Okay, and your range, well, if you look at the range here, the lowest that this could be is 2. The lowest that this could be is 2, and then it goes on forever to the top. So the range in this case is well, it's gonna be 2, comma, and then what's called infinity. Okay, and I will explain this. I will elaborate more on this later on. But roughly, it doesn't matter if you don't understand the notation here. I will explain more of it. But roughly speaking, the domain. Hang on. So like you've been given this here. You've been given a function f of x equals x squared plus 2. The domain is what you can put into the machine. So in this case, it's everything on the number line. Okay, and the range in this case, the range is it's from here to it's the minimum will be 2, and then it's everything above 2. So the range would be and again, you don't need to understand the notation just yet. 2, and then goes all the way to infinity. So the range is given by this. Okay, range. Okay, and the domain is everything on the number line. Okay, so roughly speaking, so it doesn't matter if you don't fully understand it. Just watch more videos, and I will give you more examples, and then it will make sense later on. Okay.